Multipliers Part 2. A true leader doesn't drain talent, they make it shine. In the darkness of the night, a young consultant was walking through the empty corridors of the office. There was a file in her hand, pressure in her mind, and only one question in her heart. Was she truly talented, or was she just an ordinary employee lost in the crowd of a big company? Around her there were some leaders who did take work from people, but never saw the capability inside them. The fear begins right from here. If a leader takes your hard work but stops your growth, can your talent gradually wither away? And the curiosity is that if in that exact same environment, another leader looks at you and says, there is something special inside you, can your entire direction change? In Part 1, we saw that every leader does not make the team big. Some leaders reduce the intelligence of people the moment they enter the room. Liz Wiseman calls such leaders diminishers. These people make others feel small just to show themselves as smart. In their meetings, ideas do not open up, people only wait for permission, and gradually, instead of thinking, the team starts avoiding. But on the other side are the multipliers. These leaders use their intelligence not as a weapon, but like a torch. They shine a light on the capability of others. Around them, people do not just work, but rather become smarter, braver, and more capable. In Part 2, the story comes to the first big quality of this multiplier. This quality is becoming a talent magnet. A talent magnet is that leader with whom good people want to work, because they know that their talent will not be wasted here. Such a leader does not look just at the resume. He looks at the natural strength, curiosity, and raw ability hidden inside a human being. At the beginning of Meg Whitman's career, such an impact is visible. After a Harvard MBA, she worked in the consulting world. In an environment like Bain & Company, young consultants were constantly trying to prove themselves. There, every project could either make a career or crush it. Meg saw that with some leaders people would get exhausted, but with some leaders those same people would start to grow. Mitt Romney was counted among those leaders with whom consultants loved to work. The reason was not just his being smart. He used to observe people, who is strong in analysis, who understands the client, who catches a complex problem quickly. Then he used to give people such work where their natural ability could shine. This is precisely the first secret of a talent magnet. A talent magnet does not look at people like a generic worker. He tries to find a distinct genius inside every human being. Someone has a grip on numbers. Someone has the power to understand the customer's voice. Someone has the art of connecting people. An empire builder is completely different from this. He collects talent to build his own image, not to develop them. He hires strong people so that his division looks big. But after hiring, he does not give those people the right place. Under such a leader, even A players gradually start getting confused. They feel that they are busy, but they are not growing. The work gets completed, the credit goes to the top. The hard work stays at the bottom, the recognition goes into the leader's pocket. This is exactly the place where the decline of talent begins. The person stays in the job but becomes disengaged from within. In Part 1, we said that a diminisher drains the intelligence of the team. Part 2 tells that he locks the talent as well. A talent magnet does the opposite. He unlocks the talent, then gives it the spotlight as well. When an employee does good work, a talent magnet does not let their work remain invisible. He gets them recognition. Because recognition is not just praise. Recognition is a market signal that this person is capable and trustworthy. That is why an attraction cycle forms around a talent magnet. Good people come, work, grow, and become more valuable. When they move into the next big role, a talent magnet does not hold them back to make them small. He says you are ready to move forward. This line sounds simple, but it is difficult for many leaders, because they fear that if the best people leave, the team will become weak. But a talent magnet understands that holding talent back destroys talent. Sending talent forward by growing it builds a reputation. People hear that working with this leader builds a career. Then new strong people themselves want to come into his team. This is the cycle of attraction. Talent comes, grows, moves forward, and new talent begins to come in its place. With an empire builder, a decline cycle forms. Talent comes, gets used, gets tired, becomes invisible, and ultimately loses confidence. In such an environment, even if people leave the job, it is a loss, and even if they stay, it is still a loss. If they leave, the organization loses talent. If they stay, the talent gradually turns into average performance. In the book, a story like that of Brian Beckham shows this exact decline. A capable, optimistic employee can become dull in a wrong leadership environment. He first solves problems, picks up complex work, and moves the team forward. But when the leader at the top only wants to expand his empire and does not give support, that same bright person starts getting tired. Gradually he stops taking risks, he merely survives. He comes to the office, does the work, but the fire inside reduces. This is not just an employee's tragedy, this is a hidden loss for the entire organization. Because the salary keeps running, the desk remains filled, the laptop stays open, but the real genius is not used. Becoming a talent magnet begins with this belief that intelligence can be anywhere. People with only senior titles are not smart. Sometimes the most useful insight is held by that junior employee who is sitting closest to the customer. Sometimes a person from operations can understand strategy. Sometimes a member of the support team can point out the biggest flaw in the product. A talent magnet sees talent by breaking boundaries. He recognizes ability before department, age, title, or degree. The example of Bill Campbell is powerful for this very reason. In Silicon Valley, he is remembered like a coach. He guided leaders connected with big names like Apple, Google, and Intuit, but his strength was not just giving advice. His real power lay in awakening confidence and clarity in people. He used to listen, ask questions, and help people think better. A talent magnet does not just teach others, he learns from others too. He can say, "I don't know this, you explain it to me." This sentence does not make the leader small. On the contrary, it makes the team big. Because when the leader is open to learning, the team becomes open to speaking. The second habit of a talent magnet is recognizing native genius. Native genius meaning that strength which a person does naturally and beautifully. Someone knows how to make a difficult matter simple. Someone sees a pattern in scattered data. Someone knows how to stay calm in a crisis. Many times, a person cannot see their own native genius themselves because that thing is very natural for them. The work that feels easy to them could be very difficult for someone else. A talent magnet gives a name to that exact hidden gift. When the leader says you bring clarity to complex things, the employee looks at their strength clearly for the first time. This naming is very powerful, because talent without a name often fails to turn into confidence. 𝐟𝐨𝐥𝐿𝐵𝐥𝐿, the coach of the Highland High School rugby team, did not just give discipline to his players, he gave them an identity too. When any player is shown their speed, toughness, or game sense, they start looking at their limit from a new perspective. A correct sentence can push a human being. More powerful than "you are fast" is, "you can change the game with your speed." A talent magnet does not just appreciate people. He connects their genius with the right challenge. If a person is strong in analysis, they get a project where decisions can be made from data. If someone is strong in people connection, they are put into work where trust and coordination are essential. Right here, leadership becomes practical. Recognizing talent is not enough, giving talent the right field is also essential. A talented person kept in the wrong place can look average too. A normal person kept in the right place can become extraordinary too. The third habit of a talent magnet is removing blockers. Many times the blocker is some process, many times politics, and many times the leader themselves. Some leaders keep every decision with themselves. They feel that quality will be maintained through control. But people become weak with too much control. They do not develop judgment, they only ask for approval. The story of a VP turns this mindset around. There was a message on his door stating that if needed to get the work done, bypass me. This was not a careless attitude. This was a signal of trust that people are capable, and they should use judgment. A talent magnet gives freedom to the team, but along with freedom he gives expectation too. He says, "I am giving you space because I trust that you can take responsibility." Such an environment makes employees mature. They do not remain mere task doers, they begin to become decision makers. An empire builder does not remove blockers, he creates blockers. He stands up a wall of approval, ego, and politics. Then the team's energy is spent not on the work, but on managing the leader. In today's fast-changing business world, this is the biggest loss. Speed does not come just from technology, it comes from empowered talent. If every answer comes from the leader, the organization will become slow. If talent thinks at every level, the organization will stay alive. The real lesson of part 2 is exactly this, that a leader's job is not to hold talent back, but to send talent forward by growing it. The leader who grows people does not lose their influence. They multiply their influence. Because people can forget which target you hit, but they do not forget what you saw inside them. If you are a manager, then look at your team in a new way today. Which person shines naturally in which work? Which employee's confidence has been suppressed? Which strong person has been placed in the wrong role? And the most uncomfortable question is, have you yourself somehow become the blocker of your team? Part 1 had shown us that a leader can become a genius maker. Part 2 explained that a genius maker first becomes a talent magnet. But getting talent is not the end of the story. The real test begins when talented people are afraid to speak in the room. In the next part, the question will be exactly this. After attracting talent, how does a leader create such an environment where people can place their best thinking openly? Because genius can be present in the team, but if the environment is one of fear, that genius will never come out.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.